Hello Internet, I am John. Welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris 4.0 Learning Machines. Last time, we mostly cleaned up this backcountry of the Devouring Swarm. We picked a bunch of techs that give us these buildings that boost scientist output. This time, I want to spend a little more time actually kind of working on the economy. I'm also kind of concerned about my borders down here. This is quite messy. We have lots of entry points. I missed this one previously, so we could do, a choke point here and one here and just write off everything in the middle, but I don't love that. I would rather, take here and there maybe. But these guys have a defensive pact, and anyway, so that's something I want to think about. I was looking at it. We've gotten to the point where we can turn our vassals into Scholaria, and that seems like something we should do, because Scholariums are pretty good. And it's not that much science, it's like 100 science a month maybe, but that's 20% of what we're making. Plus we can get the Scholarium hypotheses thing. We're kind of missing, we don't have the physics tech for research alternatives yet, for the fourth alternative, so that'd be a good thing to have. So we'll do that. Monthly cost for Overlord. So that'll take about 5 years. And we could actually do it here as well. But I don't know that we want to do that because of the influence cost of subject conversion, right? That would consume all of our influence for the next. That's going to take even longer. So, right, and they're spiritualists, and yeah, so, I don't know. Maybe we'll, maybe we won't. As far as my economy, I'm still producing way more alloys than I need. I noticed here that I built more Nexus districts, and despite having my metallurgist jobs turned down, it kept the same amount of reduction rather than keeping the same, ceiling that I had set. So I think we're going to disemploy some of these guys and find something else for them to do. We could just build another one of these, or one of these to get a whole bunch of scientists. My Unity production currently is up due to stuff on the Gaia world. I think the Gaia, something I'm thinking about here is moving my alloy production to the Gaia, along with, we'll do mining and heavy industry here. And it has all these deposits that I think can give strategic resources to miners. It reduces the amount of trade we need to spend to feed mining into industry. We already have the districts to do it. It's a huge world, so I think that might be, we could just switch, replace this heavy industry with another archives or something, and replace their archives with the heavy industry. And then we can already build the the refineries here. So I think I might do that. I think I was thinking about using this as a tech world. I think we're gonna need another generator world. This one we're almost full on. We could build the thing that gives more, but it's just not. It's only like a size 12 planet or something. It's just not that big. We clear that. Here, I think we might make this a trade world. And the reason I say that is that I found one of these other ones that had pretty bad habitability where I had trade stuff happening right here. They don't seem penalized by it. And granted, how does trade production work? I'm still not totally clear, but yeah, I think that's not the worst use for these worlds that don't have great habitability. I need trade somewhere if I'm going to be shipping energy to tech worlds, so I think that's a reasonable place for it. So I think there's a trade one. Yeah, commercial nexus. Oh, this one does take some penalty. Interesting. I don't know how that works. Is there a designation for that? Okay, trade from jobs is from Machine Nexus. This one doesn't really have the generator districts to be a good generator world. We could make it a mining world. Do I need another mining world? Probably not. Society research would be fine here. This one we'll kind of just hold on to, I guess, for now. I did notice something interesting where like there's a lot of pop migration happening, presumably to open jobs. I found it was on the Gaia. Yeah, they're migrating here. I'm not sure what exactly they're migrating to come to. Maybe tech drones? But it's about full, so I don't know. But yeah, I think that's kind of the plan here, is that we'll do more science on the homeworld, science and shift. And actually, I wanted to move one of these. I have way more minerals than I need. We picked up a bunch of mining stations, so one of these I wanted to turn into something else. Yeah, I think that's a start for, we could also squeeze these trade drones out. This, if I have other places I want them to be. It'll take a little time, but it'll be fine. As far as the war, we're just kind of wrapping it up. Did it... When it says is a Scholarium, does that mean finished or just converting? I think just converting. I'm just curious, like, is it bugged? I guess we'll see in a month. Yeah, okay.
Alert. Spaceport engaged.
Cognitive node, New Worlds 2, computing science unit upgrader. We can do more New Worlds. That was something else I'm looking at here, is that I really do want more society research, because we do want to fish out terraforming and whatnot. Code breaking and encryption. That's kind of okay. We could use the influence for now, though.
Construction complete.
That was a lot of fragments there. Yeah, okay, so that was a fleet wipe. That's good. What is this war? This is the Onotok down here. So from their south, maybe? Or rebels. Yeah, more rebels. They're just falling apart. I realized I don't necessarily want to bring my full army strength in here, given that they're so weak, and they're, well, I don't know if they have any remaining fleet at this point, but there was a starbase upgrade thing I missed. Hopefully it wasn't too important. No employment? I don't
Planetary alert.
believe that.
Locker expunged.
It'll be fine. Yeah, okay, see, and they converted down to maintenance drones. It's just fine. Open borders from... Oh, rebels. Not sure where you're going.
Alert. Spaceport engaged. Technological acquisition successful.
Somehow my mineral production continues to rise, despite not... What am I looking for? I was looking for the hive world, yeah. Okay, yeah, so the influx stabilized. Interesting. Cold fusion, research alternatives, or gravitic sensors. Gravitic sensors would be really handy for like looking in here, but you can't pass up research alternatives. I just want to switch to tech and power up on tech for a little while, but
Planetary pacification
consolidate my
protocols
gains.
Initiated. Technological acquisition successful.
It's fine.
Hostile stationary asset engaged.
Full and lots of stuff. Right, I wanted to sell a bunch of this and pick up trade. I could, I'm thinking here what I want to do is I don't really want to build more corvettes. I would rather hold out for cruisers. 86% more exhaustion. Cutting a little close there. Okay. Oh, I had a commander who, right.
Communications alert.
Oh, there was something really dumb I noticed, where we have observed pre-FTL. We have a, an observation post, I think, is that? But because I didn't build it, it doesn't count, but I could delete it and then rebuild it and then it would count. I think what I might do is I might vassalize this guy and then integrate him. So we're building trust with non-aggression pacts, and then we can use that, leverage that into vassalization. So this should finish Hidden Worlds. That's a fair bit of research, but pretty good governor. Also, so I'm noticing here my diplo weight is not great, but a lot of it is these guys are all using like delegates and cooperative and diplomacy and stuff like that. My base numbers are pretty good, so it might be worth doing some of that though. I don't mind getting more housing and amenities. Like, it's kind of easy to come by from drone storage, but I'm running out of drone storage, so I feel like settler isn't bad. $1,500, $1,500, $700. The fabricator upkeep doesn't seem that significant. I could use more pop assembly speed though. 25%, 12% versus 15.7. Okay. Give pops. Okay, yeah, and that puts us in top 3. So at this point here, I have 1,300 jobs, which is about as much as I have here, and that's sufficient alloys for my needs. It's kind of like if I enable it all here, where will the pops come from? That's kind of the question. And I guess we disable it all here. I want to replace the specialization with, I think I'm okay with archives. It's maybe not the most efficient, but I do need to get the unity from somewhere. It'd be better, and I don't know how much like +% unity stuff I'm gonna get.
Communications alert.
Can you demolish a specialization? I don't know. Where are you getting scientists? Oh, okay, so the other guy had the tech that lets you get a second specialization, which I really... Yeah, that's another reason I should be getting more society research. Because that would be kind of handy.
Ship augmentations completed. Technological acquisition successful.
And this is the problem with New World specialization and taking all of the... and machine habitability, is that you draw a lot of... Okay, and they don't have... I can't do like Scholarium stuff yet until conversion is finished.
Technological acquisition successful.
Disruptors or +% physics. I feel like these plus science texts get drawn a lot. I think we're gonna go with disruptors. Because again, I want to be getting rid of these mining districts. They're not very good. Buzzword standardization is fine. Security contractors, I don't want. Nobody's proposing anything good. It's a real problem. We would be on it. Yeah. The proposed council.
Ship fragments dissected.
Do we have open borders with them? I do. Yeah, okay, we can just like... We can do that, right. And I can't claim it until I've seen it.
Augmentations completed. Construction complete.
Council agenda available.
I mean, there's no reason not to have mode harvesting traps. Favorite society. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so they beat the rebels down here.
Communications alert. Communications alert.
I'm gonna have to turn these down again, because that's gonna be an awful lot of foundry jobs. But that's fine. That's a good problem to have.
Communications alert.
Did I get the focus points? Okay, it's not done yet. Soon.
Construction complete.
Caravan, Vengralian, Triumph. Are these the useless ones? Yeah, those are the useless ones. Okay, well, hold up, right? Like, it was at 125, and then I feel like this should have finished. Really? You want me to build research lab buildings and then demolish them? And I've been doing all these special projects with salvage. Like, this is nonsense. Okay, that is on a border, but not like one we really. It's with a friendly vessel, so not critical.
Situation log adjusted.
Okay, so these guys subjugated the Vortechnocracy, so that's annoying. If I want to go to war with them for claims, I'm gonna have to fight several people. So that's not good.
Communications alert.
It is really hard to tell, like, when I have the pops to go build stuff. There's probably a reason they haven't taken that.
Situation log adjusted. Technological acquisition successful.
Cruisers. Yeah. And then cruisers into carriers, and then that's when you go fight literally everyone. We could do that. Some engineering thing I need to upgrade, yeah.
Construction complete. Technological acquisition successful.
Colonial Centralization. This is the one that gets us the next second, like, industrial second city district specialization. Okay, so now we have a Scholarium. Come on, oh, the tooltip is too big. I can't see the... I need like 50 trust for subjugation. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need a ton of alloys right now. But having the capacity available to ramp it up would be nice. I'm just thinking we can like throw down some reprocessing plants anywhere that has decent energy. Okay, we get the what do we get? Rare crystal mining. Okay, not bad. Okay, so that pushed us up a tier. Enclave research support. Wow, that's awful specific. Like, you have to go find the curators, and then that's a decent tech to get guaranteed, though.
System survey complete.
I'm debating whether to Scholarium them too. Probably not. Oh, maybe I don't need those with the Oracle because she has so much crime suppression. That's 60, 80. Yeah, I think I don't need this anymore. I don't know what I put there instead, but...
Technological acquisition.
Okay, so now we get 2 specializations. And probably some, lots of capital upgrades. That's good. We could use the envoy. These techs are actually good now, right? These used to be garbage, where they would increase job upkeep and job output by the same percentage, which was a bad deal because there are lots of +% output modifiers, but very few upkeep modifiers relatively. But increasing job efficiency by 10% is kind of like having 10% more pops. So that's fantastic. We will upgrade you.
Technological acquisition successful.
I still don't have improved deflectors. Okay, this is actually kind of now we have a lot of research alternatives between the tech and the Scholarium. Reactors are great. Getting more physics would not be bad. Deflectors we can probably salvage from someone, but it might be ugly that first engagement without them. I do think we just keep powering up science. That's fair. Like, if we can, well, Market and Council are both fine, as long as we can keep Comfort the Fallen out. That's what's important here. Who are you? You're way over there. You're rivaling me? Huh. Okay.
Construction complete.
I think it doesn't auto-upgrade, yeah, to Disruptors. And at this point, I can switch to all small slots. I'm still on tier 1 armor, too. That's kind of bad. I don't really... I've been seeing some reports that, like, the AI is not... Like, defense armies seem pretty weak currently. And it might not be worth... There's still that bug where you can't tell different things of the same hull size apart. So we won't be having multiple Corvette designs. Capped on energy. That's not what I want either. What's my trade cap? 50k? We're getting there. So where are my pops going? They're migrating here to do what? Oh, energy production, I guess. Because I built the thing that does that. So that makes sense, I guess. It's not really what I want. But yeah, I mean, I guess if I make jobs, they'll migrate where the jobs are. So I should just make jobs. And if that means science jobs on the homeworld, that's fine. God, building one of these gives us like 600 jobs. That's a lot. What's the total energy consumption of all of that? It doesn't tell me. We're running a little low on districts here. We might want to clear this and also Master of Nature. So these guys are allied with the guys whose territory I want to take.
Communications alert.
God, this galaxy is like all spiritualists. That's really unfortunate. Cruisers soon.
Technological
Because this one we're going to build as a trade. My trade production is running a little low. Oh no, excuse me, that's strategics. Trade production's fine. Cruisers. Starfort automation building. I can get automation. I didn't think machine empires got access to automation. So the way automation works is that it just creates workforce and fills jobs. I think I want that a lot. That sounds awesome. And it costs lots of energy, and I have too much energy, so yeah. Perfect. Wormhole. Okay, this is... I turned wormholes off at Galaxy Generation. This is a trinary right next to a system with a wormhole. This is the corrupted avatar, I think. My other guy I'm using for scouting is the archaeologist, but we can swap him. Yeah, let's just scout while we're back in here. 53. Ah, they were recently liberated, so they won't become a protectorate. I wonder when that goes away. I think it's like 10 years. And when that happens, we'll be ready. Maybe this is an enclave. Yeah, okay. That might be worth reallocating a dude for. I don't know what color things are, but it's not the Shroud Witches, so that's good at least. Yeah, I mean, how much do I need my vassals to love me, really?
Ship augmentations completed.
Growth node. Work optimization is great. Architectural focus would also be, I like it. Especially with machine worlds where districts are expensive.
Construction complete. Diplomatic alert. Supranational federal entity established.
Okay, so these are the guys who rivaled me over here. These are the guys over here who keep having rebels. I'm not thrilled with that. The Vor are vassals. Are they loyal vassals? Can I get, secret fealty? They are loyal. Okay, so that's not gonna happen. You guys have 253 times 40 is 8k fleet. The Vor have 3,200, and the Lecheks have it's really 16k? Is that right? What's my Diplo away from fleet? 331 with 12k? Yeah, I guess they do. Okay, interesting. So that's quite a block to go fight for some systems. Which doesn't mean we won't do it, right? We might just like, well, I don't know who has closed borders to them either. That could be a really messy war.
Alert. Non-standard space entity encountered. Construction complete.
Oh, and the Federation's expanding over. We're trying to get these guys.
Completed.
Okay, automation building. Crystal mines give mineral production to mining drones. Or crystal production to mining drones. Plasma thruster seems really good. Urban district housing could also be relevant. So and it's per district. 25% automated workforce for this district. building upkeep per automated district. So with a machine world where I get 600 jobs per district, I'm getting effectively 600 jobs for, 150 workforce for 10 energy, which sounds pretty awesome. The question is whether I want to sacrifice... you know what? I don't need these sentinel posts. That's what we replace. We'll just see how this works. And that's more important than Master Nature. It's more important than Replicator Bay.
Technological acquisition successful.
Job efficiency. Terraforming. We need Alpha Hub. Physics from bureaucrats and coordinators. What? That's awesome, and I want it on my capital. Unity, physics, engineering. The society research is... coordinators, bureaucrats. Okay, so like, that's a little weird. There's something strange going on there around Gestalt jobs. We are going to grab Terraforming, though. Yeah, okay, so they joined the Federation as well. Oh, this is alright. This is kind of a gnarly galaxy. Lots of spiritualists, federations, we got people defensive pacting. I feel like at this point my expansion is mostly done, and Analyst is usually the right choice here. I don't have a tech world that isn't my capital, though. But we will build more, science machine worlds, I guess. We'll get there. There's no way I'm getting a fleet over there anytime soon. And I don't really want to leave this event open for that long. Like, it'd probably be faster to build a shipyard. To build ships over there.
Alert. Spaceport engaged.
In mice? Really? No, yeah, this is not territory that I hold. How am I doing on mine artifacts? Do I have anything to spend that on? I'm not quite full, but we're getting there. Really the only place I could do... I was thinking about doing artifact relays on my capital, which would boost stability a little bit, and might not be bad. I don't have any other way to get precursors, and the specimen thing is interesting. I don't really care that much about that yet. I think we do, yeah, +1 Neo-Gen output, +2 stability per 100 coordinators. And I fiddled with this before, and it's not like... They correctly adjusted it for the hundreds of pops, but... I mean, you know, it's a bunch of stability, right? It's a lot of stability. Okay, so the automation just hit, and it unemployed 2k pops. Somehow I got an extra 25 replicators. Okay, so these numbers are like the number of pops actually working the jobs. I feel like I should build more of these. Well, let's see what happens to my energy income first, but still, though. Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. One thing I've heard of people doing actually is building defense platforms on star bases in systems that have pre-FTLs to shoot down asteroids. Okay, yeah, so it's engaged. I'm actually curious, like, whether the carrier ones have enough reach to go. Yeah, all right. So now we're getting fighters engaging it. Yeah, okay. So that's great. We can recall the fleet, which is good because they didn't get very far. I just have too much mineral income.
Technological acquisition successful.
Terraforming. I don't need to form federations. Plus even more efficiency or more biology output. This applies to everything though. And it's tier, they're on the same tier, so. How big a boost is this really? Does this stack with the other one, or is it replace? I don't actually know. It probably replaces. So currently, I'm at +2 base output for biologists, but no job efficiency bonus. And this gives probably more jobs and yeah, but I feel like plus 15% to one job versus 10% for all jobs, that sounds much better. What? Piracy is still a thing. Somewhere, maybe. Artisans, you know, it's not the curators like I'd hoped, but it's better than nothing.
Construction complete. Technological acquisition successful.
I'm not sure. Yes, I saw this looking at the tech tree before. I'm not sure some of these orbital ring buildings work anymore, which is sad. Okay, so mineral purification hubs give a base output boost. I don't need more minerals right now, though. I think we do Star Fortress. The armor would be good, but Star Fortress is a prereq for megas, and probably some other things. It's high tier. How long will it take? Is it? Yeah, it's not long at all.
Technological
We're cranking.
acquisition successful.
Likewise, energy like boosted base output for tech drones though is something that I do care about because that's feeding my research. I think that's the economy play. Like some of those are other stuff is good, but
Diplomatic alert. Supranational federal entity established.
more federations. Interesting. I wonder if this is downstream of making it a tech and therefore more more accessible. Well, there's no separating them from the Let's Checks now. No, they're still recently liberated.
Planetary alert. Blocker expunged.
Capped on trade. I probably should like throw some more silos around. Okay, and I can build automation buildings in other stuff too. Don't stop. Don't need more minerals.
Situation log adjusted.
Am I full on? No, okay, not quite yet. Okay, another enclave. Okay, and we'll finish Supremacy and pick up Synthetic Age. That seems like a reasonable stopping point. So where our tech just exploded, right? We were at like plus 500 per month before, and now we're at like plus 5 or 1500, and that happened in 10 or 15 years. I'm happy with that trajectory. Yeah, some of these guys, the 572 tech score versus 632, right? Like, but I think we're gonna pull ahead. If we just keep teching up and powering up off of this combination of like ridiculous leader who reduces building upkeep and automation and multiplied jobs from districts on machine worlds and all this stuff that we're kind of bringing together in this one point to give us lots of science. And then once we are sufficiently powered up, then maybe we go take this, and we'll get this somehow. But where's the unions memoed? Yeah, so there's something in the middle here that we haven't met yet, who didn't join the community. This council's a mess. This is at some point there's just so much spiritualist out here that it's gonna pass. I think we're gonna do modularity. This is about as big as I want to get. Virtuality is in a bad place right now because for Gestalt machines specifically, because you don't get maintenance drones anymore. So you get jobs and you fill them instantly, but your amenities become bad. Maybe this is less of a problem than I thought with drone storage, but it kind of places a cap on what? Where am I getting? Really? I have that much unemployment here? Holy cow. That's good to know, I guess. But yeah, so I don't need maintenance drone amenities here, but it's good to know they're there. What was I saying? Right, yeah, so virtuality for Gestalt specifically runs into problems where you don't get any maintenance drones because you don't have any unemployment, because you just make pops only to fill jobs, and they aren't a real job. So we're not going to do virtuality, and I have too many plans anyway. Nanotech, nanite research labs actually look amazing right now. They're not planet unique, and they give base output boosts to like all kinds of science. So that itself might justify nanotech. I have a bunch of planets that I'm not using that I could turn into nanite worlds to harvest from. Nanite worlds currently look kind of bad. You run into the same kind of like district specialization, like crappy raw resource, pseudo raw resource districts that machine worlds do, except they don't even get triple jobs. So I don't think I really want to deal with nanite worlds. I'm a little curious to see what happens with modularity's thing where you get liquid metal from your fabricators and you need it to feed your replicators. I'm not sure how that will work out, and like how the trade cost of living metal will work with replicators scattered everywhere. But I think it'll be okay, and overall modularity like seems it's the middle of the road option, right? It's the safe option. So I think that's what we'll do here. What else? Yeah, all right. This seems like any good text coming soon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, last save was 2258. So it's been 12 years and we tripled our science output. Pretty good. Thank you for watching.